Okay. I have something very, very terrible to tell you guys. I have a little bit of bad news, if you'd believe it. I actually have some good news before bad news. No D&D today for Unaversed, so we get our king back in the chat. But I do have terrible news. Can you guys hear me okay? Because, I think you're going to want to be able to, hear me out and listen to my voice clearly when I break this to you. It's taking a lot of courage to tell you guys this. A little bit low, but it's clear. Let me turn myself up a little. Turn the gain up. How about now? We all good? You can hear me? Okay. I cut off all my hair. Yes, the rumors are true. I just chopped it all off. My sister got married this past week, and I noticed that when I was walking through the streets of Boston, people would speed up when I'd get too close to them, and so I was like, okay, I should probably get a bit of a fresh cut. No, not bald. I just cut it short. I showed them a picture of Cillian Murphy from Peaky Blinders, Thomas Shelby. I was like, give me the Thomas Shelby. So I cut it super short. But I kind of like the short hair with the hat vibe, you know? I feel like maybe I could be like an alcoholic uncle or something when I look like this. Don't you think? Ah, thank you. Whoo. How dare you do this to the Hair Devil? Yeah, I was hoping I could maybe get you guys in the first half, and then hit you with the bamboozle. Did I worry you guys for a second? I'm sorry if you thought I was gonna tell you guys I had like cancer or something. That's pretty rough. So before I turned on the live stream today, I reread chapter 131 because I thought I wanted to be fresh on Chainsaw Man because it's been 13 long-ass days, about 2 weeks now, since we got the last chapter. I reread it, and I noticed something that you guys could feel free to tell me if you think it means anything or not. It could just be a design inspiration, but I caught something in the most recent chapter. And let's see, who do we have here, first of all? Unaversed, Latara, Cease, FN Doomer, Zizu, Avatar Desto. Let's see, did I miss anyone? Yodu, Clubber Lang. Okay, we got most of our chefs here. I know if we had Carlos as well, Carlos would be able to make some niche connection to biblical folklore in like from like ye olde times. But I know he's busy with classes and stuff usually. So I wanted to show you guys something. Wait, let me pull up a picture that I found. Okay. So, do you guys remember this little frog-looking creature after Fami turned the Falling Devil, or she recalled the Falling Devil back to, like, totem form? So, I saw this, and at the time I thought, ugh, it looks like a creepy old frog or something. Ooh, it's sticky. But when I was looking at it after I reread the chapter just now, and I thought that it kind of reminded me of something I learned about in a old art history class I took when I was in college. Kind of looks like the Venus of Willendorf. This statue of a large woman with huge titties. I wish I made like a compare and contrast screen. But yeah, it's a 25,000-year-old piece of art made by the Neolithic, either Neolithic or Paleolithic people of, I believe, Germany, because it's the Venus of Willendorf, not Willendorf, so probably Germany or somewhere around there, somewhere that speaks German, and it's basically widely believed to have been a fertility statue or fertility deity. Back in the day, the ancient Paleolithic and Neolithic humans kind of They were into larger chicks because that meant they could give birth to more kids without dying. So it's believed that the statue was made to praise big chicks. So you know what? And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Average goth girl physique right there. Universed, I'm so with it. Universed finds a way to spin things in a way that I can get behind, you know? And this is just another fantastic example of Universed being the GOAT. But it does, right. Okay, so represents, okay, Latara Assis is kind of cooking right now. Represents fertility, right? So the contrary of famine. So I wasn't able to make any like connection like that. Mini Falling Devil goes in the Jarzizu. Hey, yo! I wasn't able to make any connections like what Latara Assis just made. But, like, I just thought it kind of looked similar, right? Maybe I could, like, figure out a way to... Wait, let me figure this out real quick. I might be able to make this work. If I get it on one side, and then I get this on the other... Sorry, bear with me. I'm so terrible with technology. Fuck. Okay. Sorry, gamers. Just trying to get a good side by side. Okay. And I'll pull you guys up on this other screen right here. Okay. So we have the Venus of Willendorf here, and we have the little sickly frog-looking creature here. I don't know. I thought there was like a little bit of a resemblance with the big old titties like that. Kind of got skinny legs. But do you guys like? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I'm not really putting down much. I just think they look similar, and maybe that could mean something. I know. Usually, like, as someone who I think I'm a terrible chef. Sometimes I just like to provide the ingredients for the real chefs in chat to cook. Also, Universed, you bring up a fantastic point from earlier. Thought the Discord was canceled or something. Yeah, I made a joke on Twitter the other day where my good friend On The Rise tweeted out, YouTubers, describe your channel, or describe your channel in the most roundabout way possible. And I thought as a joke, I'd say in air quotes, the Discord's coming really soon. It actually is, I swear to God. I sound like I've said this for the past 3 months. I think I'm just gonna, even if it's not perfect, I feel like just for a way for us to connect outside of streaming, I think it'll be worth it to have a place where we can just discuss shit. So, I'm just gonna say fuck it and just pull the trigger on that one. Make it happen. Might just be the starved husk of the Falling Devil. I absolutely agree it's the starved husk of the Falling Devil. I just think that there are some design similarities between the starved husk of the Falling Devil and my lovely goth girlfriend right here, the Venus of Willendorf. But I think it's funnier to think that Fami has a back pocket of Pokemon Devils. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of cool, right? Kind of like Kenjaku or Kenjaku in Jujutsu Kaisen. Shit. Sorry, I'm just moving my shit off the floor. That'd be a really cool power if she could do that. You know what I was thinking though? I have another thing I pulled up. Like something for us to look at later in the stream that has to do with the speculation on what the Death Devil's power could be, but based off of the other Horsemen of the Apocalypse powers. I was thinking that there was probably there's something I could say that's very similar to what we're talking about now later. Sorry, I just got a little sidetracked there. I felt it would be lacking the big, thick. Fuji probably would have made it clearer since the thick is the point of the fertility statue. Yeah, no, I agree. This is just a little thing I thought, a connection I thought I might have seen when I was rereading the chapter before I started the stream. The only connections I can really see is like maybe like a weird looking head. Now the Venus of Willendorf has a weird head. It's got big titties like that. Kind of like the titties kind of looks similar. Maybe he like base the titties off the titties on this statue. Maybe you could just have some design similarities. I know Chainsaw Man fans, myself being a huge proprietor of this, we like to take anything and fucking run with it. So, you know, I thought maybe I'd provide some ingredients with you guys. I'm late. Did you show what you're hiding under the cap? Yeah, I got myself a Thomas Shelby. I tried my best. What's up, Doofus Slayer? How you doing, man? Do you believe Kiga's motivations? She lied to Yoshida and definitely left out details of her power to Nayuta. That's the thing. That's such a tough question to answer. It's also like I could say the same thing about Nayuta, because I've been kind of like and that's what I've been trying to clickbait with, like my last title for my chapter review and my thumbnail, like today. Like, what the fuck even is Nayuta right now? Like, what is she trying to pull? Kiga and Nayuta, I believe, are some of the shadiest characters right now. Also Yoshida included. Yoshida, Kiga, and Nayuta, I feel like they're being so intentionally shady that I don't know if I should believe them. You know, it is. I think there is a point though to be given to in their defense. A lot of the times Fujimoto will write something, and it'll seem so crazy and far-fetched that it tricks the audience into believing that there's like something crazy and deep behind every character's actions, and then they just end up being just a normal character. So it could be that at play. I think a good example of that is potentially, unless he's playing a super long haul with Kobeni, I feel like you know, with him saying that Kobeni's keeping her devil a secret, and you know she can whip out these cool powers every now and then, or like she can like really be useful in a pinch, but you know, then she ends up just being this comedic relief character. Sometimes it, like, that's just how writing is for manga. I know Sui Ishida is also like that for Tokyo Ghoul. There are so many characters that, you know, you'd think would have a lot of significance, but by the time we get to the end of things, or we find out more about these characters, it's just something to throw us off. It's just kind of a red herring. I think it keeps Chainsaw Man interesting, even if nothing ends up happening. It's at least interesting, you know. Ooh, I like what Universe is putting down right now. When I saw it, it reminded me of the shrunken heads you find in different tribes. Definitely. Forgive me if this is ignorant, but the shrunken heads, that is a Caribbean thing, right? At least that's what I thought. If that was ignorant to say, I'm very, very sorry. I just was just going off my very lack of knowledge. Let's see. But if she encased all devils in a similar shape, then it might be a thing. Does Naita have the exact same powers as Makima, or do they vary from each iteration, even if it's a slight change? I feel like it's so hard to tell, especially with Fujimoto. Maybe he could have it be like One for All in My Hero Academia, where the power develops as it gets passed down from generation to generation. I have a feeling, though, maybe that their powers are supposed to be the same, or at least very similar. Oh yeah, Naita knowing about war changes up the dynamic a lot. Exactly, and why did she keep that from Denji? Naita just seemed really shady last chapter. That's why I'm like so wary of her. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not on Team Naruto right now. I think she's a little shady. I do love her personality, but you know, I want to protect my boy Denji from any and all threats. Maybe I'm like Naruto myself when it comes to Denji. You know, exactly. No, it's so funny. Latara sees it's so funny you say that. That is exactly why I think that. It's because Shrunken Heads appeared in Pirates of the Caribbean. That's exactly why I I had assumed that it was a Caribbean thing. They're the same stand. Oh, Avatar Destiny, did I call you Universed? Okay, your names are right above each other. I'm so sorry, dude. You're in chat, when I'm looking at chat, your names are on top of each other. Also, I'm incredibly dyslexic. I trust that Naito wants to protect Denji or keep him to herself. I think you reliably can look at her behavior through that lens. I would agree with that. Oh, you were responding to Universed when you said that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I don't even realize that separate conversations go on in chat, and I'll just read them out like a fucking idiot. The shrunken heads are from the Amazon. Ooh. So I guess it was pretty ignorant of me to assume. Let's see. Oh yeah, sorry. I was looking at, or I was answering what Clubber Lang was saying about looking at Nayuta's behavior through the lens of she's just trying to keep Denji for herself. Yeah, but in that case, like, why would she ever agree? Like, this is where I'm a little confused with Nayuta. Why would she agree to ever let War go if she knew that the War Devil is a powerful devil and potentially had beef with Chainsaw Man, and her older brother figure is Chainsaw Man? It's just like there are a few things like I don't know where Nayuta's head's at, you know. And like I'd like to think she's like haha funny, like silly, like middle school girl that's like neurotic and crazy, but it's just one of those things where it's so hard to get a gauge of where they're at. You know what though? I did want to look at the there's something I pulled up that had something to do with the potential powers of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So let me see if I can find that. Yeah, okay. Because I did want to talk about this. This right here on Reddit. Do I have to move my face? Ugh, god damn it. Here, I'm just gonna move myself down here for now. Okay. So, Control Devil, Horseman of Conquest, can control anything she sees as inferior to her. War Devil, Horseman of War, can turn into weapons anything she considers she owns. Famine Devil, Horseman of Famine, can turn oh, Jesus Christ. I fucking hate when things are hard to read like this. Can turn anything she starves into a pawn. And then Speculating, the Death Devil or Horseman of Death can control the souls, corpses of anything or anyone it kills or has ever died. I think it would be a safe bet to say that the Death Devil probably has something with the reanimation of the dead and maybe controlling the dead. But I want to post something I've been thinking about. And I don't know if anyone's on the same page as me. It feels like a lot of these powers and speculative powers, they almost feel like they could be an offshoot of Control's power, don't you think? Where like Famine says that she can turn anything she starves into a pawn, which means she can control anything that's starving. And it feels like that just feels like a worse version of Control's power. Because like Famine's like this really powerful this powerful devil, but she can't control anything she sees as inferior to herself. She has to starve it. That just seems like a worse version of Control. Because Control can just like see someone and be like, okay, I think you're the shit of the earth, so you're under my control now. So I don't know. I feel like it's just like Famine drew the short straw for that one. That's just my thought though on that. The Death Devil being the incarnation of Bad to the Bones is something I'm here for. Yeah, I wish I could play the da 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 on stream. Yeah. Oh no, actually, Clubber Lang brings up another crazy point. Kiga definitely has more tricks up her sleeve, like what she did to Yuko. So when I think about that, here, actually, I hate myself being in the bottom left corner. That's just weird. I gotta be top right. It's just how it is. That's a fantastic point. Because if she can control the things that she starves, does that mean she starved Yuko? Like, did maybe Yuko and Kiga have some kind of interaction that maybe Kiga manipulated? Maybe Yuko was just a good person, a good kind person that Kiga manipulated into making a contract with the Justice Devil. I don't know. They're definitely. I agree. There's just so much more than meets the eye. Carlos Valencia, what is up, dude? I was talking about you earlier because I provided some ingredients for a meal that I thought that if anyone could do anything with it, it was you and everyone else in chat, obviously. But like, I know that you go super balls deep into like Abrahamic biblical lore and how it connects with Chainsaw Man. But have you ever seen the Venus of Willendorf? I could probably try to pull it back up again, but I think the rest of chat's tired of hearing me fucking go on and on about the Venus of Willendorf. But I feel like the little frog totem creature that Kiga turns the Falling Devil into, after the Falling Devil failed her task, looked like the Venus of Willendorf. And then there was added upon by Latara Assis, who said that, you know, it could be like a dichotomy of the Venus of Willendorf representing fertility and being large and plump, and famine representing, you know, impoverishment and emaciation. I don't know, but I think Latara Assis was mostly just humoring me for that. But I don't know. I feel like, is there any piece of like real life lore knowledge that you have that you could maybe draw a connection between those two things? I would be curious to see. Yeah, Kiga can pocket the people she controls indefinitely. Why do we call her Kiga now? Is that the body's name? So Kiga means famine in Japanese. So Viz kind of took a creative liberty in translating Chainsaw Man, especially when Kiga was introduced, or Fami was introduced, where Fami is just like a nickname for famine. But in Japanese, she wanted Asa to call her Kiga-chan, which is just like it's a cutesy way to say famine. Like, it's saying like famine. It's like a cutesy way to put it. So their translation liberty with that was making it Kiga, or making it Fami, which I don't mind. I don't mind Fami anymore. I used to like Kiga more. Fami just feels weird to me because it reminds me of Fami Chiki, like Family Mart chicken in Japan. And Kiga's kind of a hard name. I do like that. Yeah, Kiga sounds pretty cool, right? You know, another translation liberty is our beloved Bucky from Chapter 98, the first chapter of Chainsaw Man Part 2. Our beloved Bucky's real name is Kokepi in the Japanese version, Kokepi. But Viz thought that maybe it would be a little hard to say or pronounce or something, so they just made it Bucky. Bucky's easier. Actually, Bucky is a fantastic translation of it, because Kokepi is it's like a cute little animal nickname using the onomatopoeia of the noise that chickens and roosters make, at least the Japanese onomatopoeia, which is koke. So Kokepi is just a cute name. Like, if you ever seen Takopi's Original Sin, Kokepi is the cutesy name where it's, or no, Takopi is like the cutesy name where it's like a little octopus creature. So that was another liberty taken by Viz. Also Meowie. Meowie's name is actually Nyako, which is basically saying it's like kitty. The name is like kitty. Was Batty called Komori-chan? I don't know, actually. Probably. I would take out my volume 1 or 2, whichever volume that's in. I think it's volume 2. I'd take out volume 2 from my bookshelf, but I just organized it. It probably was Komori-chan. Or Komori-kun, maybe. So Jake is a top. I'm not sure the context behind that, Universed. I plead the fifth. Let's see. Kiga is a better name, but I get why they localized it, because it makes Famine just shortening her name more obvious to the reader, because that's a character trait to her. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to translating Japanese jokes into English, like especially jokes that are like so Japanese that it's hard for Western audiences to understand, like liberties like that are fine to take. Especially like if you guys ever seen the movie Your Name, there's a really funny scene where when the girl switches bodies with the boy, was it Taki and Mitsuha? Mitsuha switches bodies with Taki. It's her first day in Taki's body, and she goes to have lunch with Taki's friends. And when she starts talking, she originally says watashi, which is like a polite and like most girls use watashi to say I. And then they're like, what the fuck? He would never say watashi because he's a big, strong man. And then she's like, boku? Because that's a way that, another way men refer to themselves as boku instead of watashi. And they were like, no, that's too polite still. So they're suspicious of her. And then she goes ore, which is the more impolite, rugged way to say I. And then they're like, okay, that's fine. But when in the English dub, she first goes I, and then she goes, oh, they're like, what? Why are you speaking so softly? And she goes, I? And they're like, and then finally she goes, I. And it's kind of funny. It's just another liberty that localizers take to make jokes that are Japanese more understandable for us gaijin. Yeah, like calling a cow moo, Lotara sees. Let's see. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, that's just my way of saying it. I feel like, yeah, imagine if Death Devil is just extremely chill and nice. I was just saying, my point is Famine's power just seems like the short stick when compared to Control. Control has a sick power. War has a sick and unique power as well. Let's see. I brought up the discussion thread for 131, but there really isn't all that much that we can see. Every time I pull these up, it's just people making jokes at the top. So Nayuta made the devil puke them up so she can control, or so the control devil can mess with people's heads to make them puke. Wait, hold on a second. Wait, actually, wait. This is the first time I feel like anyone has ever said something like crazy in these comment sections, and I didn't even see this yet. So what this person is implying is that maybe Makima was the one that made Himeno puke in Denji's mouth, which is huge. Wait, what? I mean, that's probably not the case because Himeno was just belligerently drunk. But what if that was like, what if Makima really didn't want Denji to kiss Himeno? Okay, Aiden AK-47 is kind of cooking with this. I don't have any awards to give on this account. If I did, I'd give them gold. If you like and understand Japanese puns, then One Piece will have plenty of those. When I know this sounds like I'm a broken record when I say this. When I do the One Piece streams, I'm probably gonna read it in English, but I would kind of like to collect Japanese volumes as well. And it'd be fun to get stuff like that. Carlos Valencia says, I thought Reddit was on a blackout. And yes, they are. They are on a blackout. I am technically... Okay, I'm not necessarily crossing the picket line, because I'm only reading posts that are days old, rather than contributing to discussion and stuff. So we're exploiting what's already there while not crossing the picket line. Was the theory you made last month, was it the one you sent the email to me about? Wouldn't Makima want Denji to have positive experiences considering her plan was to give him a good life? Yeah, that's probably, I mean, probably like this has nothing to do with what actually happened, but it's just a funny like headcanon. Or maybe like we'll see a flashback and she actually did. Imagine how petty it would be if Makima made that girl slap Himeno in the street. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, it'd be really funny if we like look back through the volumes and like you just see a chain coming out from the back of the girl's head or something. I feel like we would have noticed that already though. Actually, on the topic of One Piece and reading One Piece, there is a definite point where after that I could start. So at the end of this month, I'm going to be doing 2 special live streams because a very good friend of mine is going to be staying with me. He's a good friend of mine from college, and he's visiting from Australia. And I want to do a stream with him, so we're going to do 2 streams. Even though I've already agreed to read One Piece, I want to, because he's a huge One Piece fan. I want to do a stream where he sells me on One Piece, but he despises Chainsaw Man. He hates Chainsaw Man. I have made him read it twice, and I know that when I have him on, because I want to have a stream where I try to sell him on Chainsaw Man. I'm going to try to make him like it, even though he's read it twice and hates it. He's going to say some things that are blasphemous in the Chainsaw Man stream. He's a really good friend of mine, though. He's a very picky guy. So we're gonna have 2 streams with him and I, where one of them he's gonna sell me on One Piece, and the other one I'm gonna do my damnedest to make him a Chainsaw Man lover rather than Chainsaw Man hater. Okay, but this comment alone has sold me on continuing to read the discussion threads, because I was about to just stop reading them in general, just because I feel like I only get like jokes that aren't even all that funny from them. But that was actually a fantastic comment. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, I agree, Zizu. If he doesn't like it at this point, he never will. So a few of his points, he doesn't like the art, and I love the art. I can understand why someone, especially because he's a huge One Piece fan. One Piece is his favorite manga of all time. It's like his favorite anything. It's like that's his crack. He loves One Piece. And from chapter 1, there's never been a bad chapter of One Piece to my knowledge. The art in One Piece is so polished and refined and perfect down to a T. And it's very stylized as well. It's unique. Not that Fujimoto's isn't stylized and unique and perfect, but part of what makes Fujimoto stylized and unique is the imperfection, which I love, and the dichotomy between the backgrounds and the characters in the foreground. That's one of my favorite parts about his artwork. And I think my friend just really wants that polished style, that easy to follow. And you know, it's hard. He's one of those guys. It's hard to get someone into new things, but I feel like if he gives it a good chance, I think he'll like it. I feel like a lot of people, because he's a thinker. He's a thinker and a deep thinker. And I think on the surface level, he sees an overly horny protagonist, which we've seen it a million times before. In Denji's case, it's deeper than that. There's like trauma behind it. There's it's a little fucked up that he is this way because he's lived a life depraved of any happiness. And so he's not just a horny shonen protagonist, but it's hard to see it when you're so jaded by just how Denji is from the start, you know, off rip. What's his biggest story gripe? He was one of the first people to talk to me about, because I always liked the vague power scaling in Chainsaw Man, but he didn't like that. That's one of his biggest gripes. I guess it's not really a story gripe, it's a world building gripe. For the world building, he just hated how the power scaling was so vague. And I tried to bring it up to him. I tried to suggest, like, well, or urge, maybe it's not the world, maybe it's not the fact that, how do I say it? It's not necessarily that it's a bad thing to have vague power scaling. I think it's actually, like, in a way, depending on the type of story you're trying to tell, that could actually be a boon for the quality of the world building and story, you know? So it's best to not take Chainsaw Man too seriously, you know? And I think he likes to really immerse himself into what he's reading, so he probably took it seriously. One Piece paneling is average. I'm gonna bring that up with him. You guys gotta feed me some counterpoints, because I've already decided I'm resolute on reading One Piece. Yeah, the discussion between hard and soft magic systems again. Exactly. I'm already sold on reading One Piece, but I need you guys to feed me counterpoints so I can at least try to put up a fight against him. Late One Piece is infamously clustered and difficult to read. It's the exact opposite of Fujimoto's butter smooth paneling. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head for this. One Piece memes versus Chainsaw Man memes. Oh, I'd like that idea, stranger. That's a fun idea. Maybe we could do that as well. I wanted to do I wanted to do a stream with him where we get super drunk because that's what we used to do in college. So maybe something like a drunk meme stream. Hey, stranger. Yeah, let's gaslight him, dude. I'm so down to gaslight him. He's a good friend of mine, so I can be mean to him. Oh, geez. Oda's on a break from One Piece for a 5-week back surgery? Holy fuck, dude. Or a 5-week break for a back surgery. Oh, I hope he's okay. The problem, and we've talked about this before, the problem with these fantastic mangaka is they spend all day, every day, hunched over like this with the gamer posture, and they fuck up their backs because they kill themselves for the art. But you know what? I appreciate the quality. One Piece's paneling gets confusing. Dude, you know who's the king of confusing paneling? Fucking, what's his name? Sui Ishida. I love Sui Ishida. I caught up with Chojin X recently. His fight scenes are fucking infollowable. That's why I always, when I'd read Tokyo Ghoul as it would come out, I would read every chapter probably 3 times over when it would come out. Then I'd go back to the start of the arc and read all the way through. I was pretty obsessed with it, though. So, oh, he's having eye surgery. He probably also fucked up his eyes, too, from looking at a screen and tablet all day long. Tell him Luffy doesn't change if you really want to make him mad. I don't agree with this take, by the way, but it's said a lot. Okay, I'll use that one, too. Honestly, it'd be fun just to, like, make him mad a little bit, too. Because he used to make me so fucking mad when he'd talk about his hatred of Chainsaw Man and how he'd completely miss the point with, like, stuff like Denji's horniness, the art style, the loose world building. See, I'm gonna be honest, if you're not gonna like Chainsaw Man if you go into it with the wrong headspace. I agree. I think now more than ever, though, he's probably, because when I made him read it, he also was, like, super jaded and depressed from school and stuff. So maybe if I make him go back now that he's, like, actually happy, maybe he'll have a better time with it. Tell him that at least Chainsaw Man has a better chance to finish, so that already makes it better. That'd be good, too. I'm gonna have to write these down. It'd be really funny. I know this will never happen because it's the best-selling manga series of all time and an international phenomenon and success. But what if One Piece just got fucking axed by Shonen Jump? Wait. What if we make a fake article that says One Piece is getting axed? Do you think we could convince him? If I pull up a fake article, like maybe like I check my phone in the middle of a stream, I'm like, holy fuck. Dude. One Piece just got axed. There's not going to be any more chapters. The next chapter is the last chapter. He's going to wrap it up in one chapter. How funny would that be if we get him with the red hood? Let me know what you guys think. He said his eyes have been a problem, but it's now just starting to affect his work. My eyes suck too, so I feel you, Oda-sensei. Also, Fujimoto said he's bad at drawing fights, but they're literally the easiest fights I've ever read in manga. If Fujimoto's bad at making fights, then I'm good at making YouTube thumbnails. Or I'm good at editing YouTube videos. I know people who just like more easy to follow storylines, which is not the Chainsaw Man case. I feel like I've heard that One Piece has both a simple yet very complex story, or there's a lot of lore to dive into with One Piece. Because I've heard one of the best things I've heard about One Piece is I've heard the praises sung for One Piece's world building. I've heard that, you know, like I've heard people say this quote, and I quote, One Piece's world building is better than Star Wars. And when I heard that, I was like, no shit. Fucking Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher has a better world building than Star Wars. But, you know, I've heard the world building is good. Hey, Kendall, how are you doing, man? Also, make sure you refer to Luffy as Luffy. 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 There's a website where you can make a fake article that leads to a Rickroll? Oh, hell yeah. We're going to play around with that. No way he's going to believe that One Piece is the #1 selling comic. I feel like, or maybe we could make one that says something like Oda's retiring. He's gonna make, or he wants to just end One Piece, and the next chapter is gonna be the last one. We can find a way to be like, Oda's just now decided that he doesn't want to do One Piece anymore and that it's over. I don't know, I just want to troll a little. I want to spread some misinformation. You feel me? Let's see. This was something I saw. I didn't really know what to think when I looked at it, so I thought I'd bring it up with you guys. You can't blame Nayuta for disapproving Asa and Denji, because for her brother is basically dating her sister, which I guess, like, I guess I see the ideology around this. So it's biological sisters. Oh, okay, yeah, no, okay. Now I follow this more. She sees it as like an incest thing, which is kind of funny and gross. But you know, Makima is like a symbolic mother for him, I guess. I guess Fujimoto did kind of confirm that. Different incarnations of the same being. Nayuta is his adoptive sister. And these are all siblings, and they're all sharing the same body. And if Denji dates the person that's sharing the same body as her sister, it's fucking weird for her. So I don't know. I don't know why this needs to be an entire Reddit post, but I just thought it was interesting to bring up with you guys, because I didn't get it at first, actually. Yo, HHER 69 or 96, that is a fucking hilarious, especially if he knows anything about what's going on with Oda right now, like Oda's eye surgery. If we made something like that, it would be so fucked up, but it would be so funny. Oh, Avatar Destino, I have heard that the 4Kids dub of One Piece is a classic, but also total ass. So we can play around with that too. I also know that there's some part in the manga. This is my One Piece knowledge. There's a part in the manga where there's a whale that keeps bashing his head into a stone wall, and 4Kids said that was too inappropriate to show to kids. They shouldn't show kids a whale bashing his head into a stone over and over again. So they skipped that part in the One Piece anime. Pull up the Sanji voice for the 4Kids dub. Is it that bad? Also, has he read any of Fujimoto's other works? Sometimes that helps with understanding what he does with Chainsaw Man. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I have look back in both Japanese and English here, and he does read Japanese as well because he's a filthy weeb, just like me. So maybe I could make him. I actually think Look Back is one of the best manga if you're learning Japanese to read, because it has no pronunciation guides for the kanji, but the kanji aren't really all that difficult to read. So it's like, I think that's my favorite Japanese skill check is Look Back. So maybe I'll have him read Look Back. He probably would like Look Back. I like Look Back. That's my favorite one shot by him. They didn't censor it. They skipped Lagoon or Laboon. Yeah, that's what I heard. Laboon, is that the whale's name? Fujimoto once again drawing incest, but not actually incest because they're not biological. Exactly, dude. Classic anime. Yeah, Look Back, I think is one of my favorite pieces of Fujimoto work of all time. I like Look Back more than Goodbye Eri, and I liked Goodbye Eri a lot. Actually, I have a funny story about Goodbye Eri. It's not funny more than it is sad. The day Goodbye Eri came out was the day that my parents were visiting me up here in Boston because they don't live by me. And the entire time, it was the last day before they left. And the entire time they were here on my last day, I was like scrambling to try to put this video together, the video I made for Goodbye Eri together. When honestly that wasn't important. What I should have done was enjoyed the time I had with my parents while they were with me here. So yeah. But I made a Goodbye Eri video. Laboon is the best whale to ever exist. Well, I'm gonna have to read it and find out. Fujimoto has incest and fan service in his series, but it somehow works. Yeah, he was originally gonna make Aki and Himeno brother and sister, which would have been fucking whack. That would have been Looney Tunes. Tell him One Piece isn't a real manga because it doesn't have any incest. Exactly. I'll say Nico Robin sucks. Actually, I don't know if he'd agree with me or not because he's gay. So he's not really into the best girls like that. Let's see. I have more stuff to show you guys. Oh yeah, I thought this was cute. Why is Naruto always sitting on top of Denji and Asa? I don't know if this means anything, represents anything. Maybe it represents how she sees herself as better being or a higher being than them. Or this is her way of trying to keep control over both of them. Or it's just a cute little thing because she's a bratty little sister. Yeah, motherfuckers are just seats and pillows for her to lay on. I kind of wanted to throw this one at you guys to see what you guys think. Yeah, and like Avatar Desto says, she sees them as positions. Not positions, possessions. I kind of think that could be like a symbolic thing, where this is her way of, even though she's a middle schooler, keeping these adults and high schoolers below her. I will be right back, guys. I'm just going to grab some water, so please enjoy chair cam for a little while. Just grabbing another cup of water. My water bottle today. I just have like a cup, one of those metal cups that I'm drinking from. So there's a potential I'll have to refill it more and more frequently. Ooh, I do like what Universe is putting down right now. 15 watching and 10 likes. The math ain't mathin'. I agree with that. I appreciate you for enforcing the like to watch policy. I like that you got my back for that one. But did Oda eat his pet goldfish? Yeah, didn't think so. Yeah, Oda can't levitate and sing about his favorite food too. That's true. So, okay, wait. Do we have the confirmation that that is Fujimoto in that video of the nameless Japanese man levitating? Because I know a lot of people, also nice voice crack, I don't know if you guys caught that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen online, there's speculation, or not speculation, some people say that isn't actually him, or there's no evidence to prove that it actually is him or something, or he's never owned up to the video or anything. I don't know if you guys know any more about that. It could be that I just willingly consumed misinformation on the internet, but what do I know? Yeah, Naruto about to have 0 friends in school. Also, what's up, bastard? How you doing? Yeah, I hope you guys liked chair cam. I also hope that it's him. I want to believe it's him. That video links to a bunch of Fujimoto's old websites and Twitter. Okay, fair enough. That's all I need. And I trust Zizu, so it's him. That must be. You know, he's a fairly decent looking bloke. It's pretty cool, right? So yeah, it is confirmed that that account belonged to him. Okay, very nice. I did consume misinformation on the internet then. Just remember that Fami's head was tilting to the right when she was talking to Naito, and it was previously tilted to the left. The hard thing when it comes to inconsistencies like that in manga, it's so hard to to draw the line between, does this mean something, or did the mangaka just fuck up and forget what side it usually does? Or does the head tilt mean anything too? Jake trying to flirt with Fujimoto? Hell yeah, dude. I hope the next chapter is just Nayuta slice of life. That's what I want to. Also, what's up, Marcus Cobenus? How you doing, dude? I have a headcanon that Fujimoto is always putting his favorite foods as chapter notes, was foreshadowing for Fami's motivation to end the apocalypse. I would like to believe both he was trying to foreshadow and also that he's just super fucking weird like that. I feel like that would be a fun turn of events. Yeah, maybe it's just asserting dominance as to this little situation we were talking about. Let's see, what else I have pulled up? Oh, okay. I pulled this up not because I believe it. I just think this is a coincidence. So this person says, an interesting manga theory for Death's identity. It was something on Twitter. I found war, famine, control from Fujimoto's past works, so Death's got to be somewhere there too. Guessing it's got a lot to do with someone from Fire Punch, or just listen to the song. Now, I saw this on Twitter originally, and the first thing I thought when I saw this is that this looks like a crock of shit to me, and I still believe that. Because seeing, the characters from all of his other works, I mean, Nayuta is actually just Nayuta. Like, Nayuta is based on Nayuta, obviously. But as soon as, I saw this on Twitter, I was like, breaking news. Person who writes the same manga draws inspiration and character designs from his past characters. I feel like, it's not really far-fetched that, characters he drew will look somewhat similar to each other. But yeah, so basically where this is going is someone noticed that Togata and Yoshida look somewhat similar, and maybe Yoshida is the Death Devil, because by this metric, then if Togata is the Death Devil and these characters look like each other, maybe that's what it is. At the same time, I don't believe this at all. I don't believe Yoshida is the Death Devil, even though there's so much funny speculation, like his name being an anagram for Shirayo, it's death, or him doing the sign language for death. I actually do think when he was doing the hand, I thought when someone pulled up or they mentioned that was him signing in Japanese sign language the word death, it does kind of look like it. So I was pretty much convinced when I saw that, but it's impossible to tell. I think it's fun to speculate, but this is like one theory that when I saw it, I was like, nah, dude, no way. He does. Yeah, I agree with Zizu. He does have history of same face syndrome. I do believe that the moles on Togata's face are supposed to be exactly the same on Kobeni's, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't remember where I read that, but it could be me once again willingly taking in misinformation because I do that all the time. But who knows? The one thing that would make Chainsaw Man go from a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 is if Fujimoto goes back to old characters and plot points. I feel like I do like Fujimoto's linear style of storytelling. And I like how he selectively brings back old characters, but I also feel like if he leans into bringing back old characters too much, it would take away from the quality of it. Like, maybe it'd feel like an ass pull or something. The only characters I want to see come back in any capacity, because I feel like there's still stuff he could do with them, are the weapon hybrids from part 1, especially Reize, because Reize was so important to have, and now she has no story significance whatsoever, and I wish she would come back. Like Kobeni, it'd be funny if she comes back as comedic relief. But I also think having her brother come back in the aquarium was just as good. If he doesn't bring back Kobeni again, I'm still happy having Kobeni's brother there. And then obviously the Blood Devil thing. That's a Chekhov's gun that hasn't been fired yet. It'd be cool. You know what would be awesome? What if, like, just like with how Nayuta is just a reused character from his old one-shot. It'd be cool if he brought, like, a character that looks exactly like Togata and names them Togata as the Death Devil. Like, maybe the Death Devil's name is Togata. Jake, do you know who Panda Man is? Don't look him up. You'll find him whenever you read One Piece. I do not know who Panda Man is. I know Panda from Jujutsu Kaisen, but I don't know Panda Man. I love all these Yoshida theories, but it'd be really funny if he dies and doesn't reveal anything. That would be based. That would be the Suishida approach. The only Yoshida theory I believe now is his contract with the Cthulhu Devil. What was the evidence for that? I don't even remember the evidence for the Cthulhu thing. Oh, Kishibe coming back? I would also like Kishibe coming back. Fujimoto is a very forward-looking writer, focuses on progression more than backtracking story points other than foreshadowing. Yeah, and I think that's probably part of the Chainsaw Man charm, is that, you know, the story keeps going. Like, we keep moving forward. We do not go back. And like, when he did go back briefly, when Reize and Quan Chi came back, they were only back as, like sub-bosses, you know? They weren't like the real deal. Like, they're just antagonists now. They're just villains that he had to fight at the same time. It's like the Justice League having to fight all of their previously defeated foes after they escaped from Arkham Asylum or something. So, it be that way. I can't put together why Fami stated the prophecy and then said she wanted to stop it. Maybe it could just be straightforward that she sees that maybe Yoshida has a chance to be helpful to her or something. Maybe he can help stop the apocalypse. I don't know. Yeah, I was very confused when I was looking into when I was thinking more about the interaction that Yoshida and Fami had before the Falling Devil spawned on Earth. Let's see. Just got an email. Okay, nothing important. Yeah. So there's a potential that maybe if Fujimoto really is reusing old designs, and I think he did reuse a lot of Togata's elements in Kobeni, but who knows, maybe we could see characters like Togata or Agni again. But Agni, actually, someone brought up that Agni seems like he could be like Seigi's design. Seigi Akoku, the big brick shithouse Jotaro Kujo looking ass. He kind of looks like Agni from Fire Punch. So, and once again, you can either break it down as he's reusing designs or, you know, the same, he drew them both, so there are obviously going to be some similarities between how characters look. You know, same face syndrome or something. Ooh, Bastard brings up a good point. When Famine was talking about who could stop the prophecy, she doesn't mention Death as someone who could stop it. Then I bet that's a good thing to bring up, because I bet with that context, it could just be that Death is the one that is the main proprietor of this apocalypse, and maybe maybe Death is the big baddie final raid boss that they need to defeat together. The whole Falling Devil fiasco wasn't the prophecy. That was just a separate switch and bait, at least as far as we know. That's the thing. That's the thing with that. Like, was she talking about a devil that appeared on Earth other than the Falling Devil? Like, what's up with these inmates? Why do these inmates die, and how do they die? Because we didn't really see any inmates die in the past few chapters. We're probably gonna get a huge reveal soon. If Fujimoto still wants that to be a big plot point, we're gonna get a huge reveal soon, I bet. Or yeah, or she could be lying about wanting to stop it. I don't know. Actually, you bring up some really great points, and the more I think about that interaction between Famine and Yoshida, it just feels like something huge is gonna happen, because there's too much that was teased in that interaction alone for nothing big to happen within like the next few chapters. Yeah, maybe Famine's controlled by Death too. What if Fujimoto makes the final battle a rock, paper, scissors duel? That'd be kind of funny. Like, yeah, if they had like a rock paper scissors interaction, like maybe control can always beat war, war can always beat famine, and I don't know, death beats all of them. Maybe something like that. Oh, you're right, bastard. Yeah, she said those inmates die in a week or something, or die this week, and Falling Devil's only on Earth for a few hours. That's true, yeah. So there probably was another devil that spawned. Yeah. So there's more than meets the eye. We don't have the full story yet when it comes to that. Oh, this is just a funny meme. I just liked how distressing this meme was. Just thought it was... I've been more and more liking these types of like just stupid, silly memes with shit like Agni being the perfect girl for Denji or something. Moving myself back to top right. I'm uncomfortable in the bottom left. Let's see. What else do I have for you? Oh, yeah. This is another thing. I talked about this in the actual chapter review, but, basically Fake Sawman's involvement within the past few chapters of Chainsaw Man. He shows up, impales the Falling Devil in chapter 128, and then chapter 130, the Falling Devil's already back. And then, yeah, Fake Sawman in hell. Did he already get fucking dusted within the span of 2 chapters? Like, why isn't he there? Did he cut a deal with Falling Devil? Does he have something to do with famine? I don't know. It's another one of those things where it's just like, I feel like right now things are intentionally super confusing. I think Fujimoto is trying to bait us. That's my theory. He's trying to leave us all of these red herrings, trying to make us focus on all of these little parts and theories of the fight, and at some point he's gonna put in one detail that'll bring everything together, like maybe famine and Fake Sawman and Yoshida and Falling Devil are all working together the entire time. I don't know, but it seems like there's so many confusing things that happened in this past arc, and I'm too much of a dick rider and fanboy to chalk it up to bad writing. And not that I think it's bad writing, but like I just don't want to say that. So I want to believe there's something crazy going on, and so I do believe that. If part 2 does end with the apocalypse, will there ever be a part 3? I think a post-apocalyptic Chainsaw Man would be fucking epic. I can see that being a thing. Fujimoto's the master of baiting us. Yeah, dude. What's up, Jisatori? How are you doing? Yeah, there's got to be something bigger going on. Exactly, Kendall. I'm gonna let him cook with it. Yeah. I want to see what people are saying about this, because it did seem like he just got fucking, or that, or he used the secret Joestar family technique of running the fuck away. Or yeah, maybe he did what he did and immediately ran away. Maybe he really is Yoshida using the Octopus Devil's, like, cool form of camouflage to escape or something. I do not know. Oh yeah, Stranger brings up a good point. What if it's like Fire Force into Soul Eater? Like maybe Chainsaw Man is the the prequel to Fire Punch. How do you guys think Asaden will actually go? I know they are going to end up together, but I hope Fujimoto writes romance tension between them soon so that it hits when they don't end up together, like kind of like Eren and Mikasa. I would like to see them maybe find happiness at the end of this one. I know it's not Fujimoto's style to let characters be happy. I would kind of like to see them find happiness in this one, Lloyd Rowe. Yeah, mimic octopuses do exist. That's why the only thing that makes sense to me for Fake Sawman right now is nothing. But if I had to pick something, I would say, sure, it has something to do with either the Octopus Devil or Yoshida. Yeah, Denji needs a W. I agree. That's a good way to put it, Carlos, is that it's best to judge part two's quality of writing once you know, at least we either it completes or we get to a good point where we can look back at the arc as a whole. Fujimoto doesn't really do bad endings though, just bittersweet but hopeful endings. Yeah, I guess like Fire Punch wasn't necessarily like a bad ending. It was kind of fucked up and sad and lonely until it's not lonely anymore. But I want Fujimoto. This is kind of cringe of me to say. I want Fujimoto to go for a hard happy ending. I want him to cap that shit off perfectly. Yeah, and Fujimoto still gotta reintroduce the Blood Devil somehow. I know DJ Miles just put up a video that was like a fake Sawman theory video. It was something called the last fake Sawman theory you'll ever have to watch. We could probably watch that. We could react to that if we want to. Just because I'm running out of shit to show you guys aside from our chat with the Future Devil. We could probably watch that, see what he had to say in that. The problem is, when I watch people in the same niche as me, and I see them put out these awesome, well-edited videos that look sick and do really well, I get jealous. But we can watch it. We can watch it. Just know that if we watch it, I will be incredibly jealous the entire time. Chainsaw Man across the Chainsaw-verse situation. I haven't seen the new Spider-Verse, by the way. I do want to see it soon. I liked the first one. Perfect endings are kind of cringe. I don't know. I mean, like think about Lord of the Rings, dude. Lord of the Rings had a perfect ending. Fucking love Lord of the Rings. That's my shit. And your old PowerPoint. I bet there's a lot of your old PowerPoint that's like just straight up facts. Oh, Chisatori, did you watch the new DJ Miles video? Oh no, the Spider-Verse. What are you talking about, Spider-Verse? Yeah, I want to see the new Spider-Verse. I was a huge fan of the first one. Universe, someone showed Universe some panels of Agni in bed with Luna, or whatever her name was. That's funny. Talking about a weird manga they were reading. Perfect endings aren't necessarily the same thing as happy endings, though. That's true. I think I would say Midsummer had a perfect ending, and that certainly wasn't a happy ending. That is a good point, Zizu. Do you think Part 2's at its halfway point? I don't think so. At least I hope not, because there's still so much to fucking get through. Lord of the Rings had like 7 perfect endings. True. Yeah. We can take a look at that video by DJ though. I was in DJ's live when he was discussing Fake Sawman, but I haven't got to the new vid. I was in one of his live streams a while back. One of his discussion live streams. Yeah, I don't know. So he's really good at coming up with stuff. Sometimes I don't agree with everything he says, but he's just the GOAT about just coming up with things to say. So I let him cook, you know. I need to reread Fire Punch. I have all of Fire Punch behind me. It's just Fire Punch is super fucking hard to read in Japanese. If Part 1 had 97 chapters and Fujimoto plans on making Part 2 around the same, we can expect 30 to 40 more chapters. I feel like he'll go longer than Part 1. I want him to go longer than Part 1. There's more in this universe. There's more than 30 to 40 chapters left of story to tell, I think. Yeah, no, exactly. I agree with Marcus Kobenis. It doesn't feel like we're like fully into the story yet. There's still too much mystery, you know? Oh, thanks, Chisatori. You like my Hank Hill in my bookshelf and my Detolf? I kind of block my Detolf with my big ass fucking head though. Yeah, I know it's probably wishful thinking to say that I think Chainsaw Man's gonna go on for a lot longer. But yeah, it doesn't feel like too early. I still feel like this is like I know we're like a year in now. Wait, are we a year in? Wait, hold up. Let me check something. If I check when my first chapter review for part 2 was, because I did that the same day. Holy shit. Wait a second. 11 months. Wait, when did I put this out? I actually hate this video. Where is it? July 12th. Okay, July 12th is when part 2 hits 1 year old. Yeah, sorry, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. How much Chainsaw Man has left? Chainsaw Man Part 2 has left. It just feels so early on, doesn't it? Yeah, and there could be a part 3. Who knows? Like I will say the wait between part 1 and part 2 was fucking agonizing though. Was it 2 years? I don't know. I don't want another wait like that. You know, I'm happy to wait, 2 weeks between chapters, but 2 years between parts again? I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that. Yeah, it's just because like nothing makes sense yet. I know Fujimoto's pacing will make us all just put our money where our mouth is, or yeah, definitely shut us the fuck up. But I don't know. If Chainsaw Man ended at 200, would you be satisfied? Maybe, yeah. 200 chapters is a good length for a series, I bet. But I don't know. I kind of want, like how I hate how I always compare Chainsaw Man to Tokyo Ghoul, but it's because Tokyo Ghoul had a huge influence on Fujimoto as a mangaka, and Tokyo Ghoul original was something like 140 chapters long, and Tokyo Ghoul Rei was something like 180. So if he goes by the same kind of proportion of part 1 being 97 chapters and maybe part 2 being like 120, 130 chapters, if we have 100 chapters left of Chainsaw Man, I'm happy. Yeah, we're 1 month away, exactly 1 month away from part 2 being 1 year old. Jesus Christ. Jake tries not to hate on his old content even though it's perfectly fine. Challenge level impossible. I don't know about that, King. I went back because I'm having my 3-year anniversary on YouTube is coming up in, I believe, August, and I was looking back from some of my original videos from almost 3 years ago, and it's so funny because I don't always really like my style of presentation in videos, but when I look back at old videos, I'm like, holy shit, I'm so glad I'm at where I'm at now. Yeah, not a lot of YouTubers like their old videos. That is true. I have a plan right now. I've started planning shit out more. I'm using my scheduling app in my phone a lot more to actually schedule shit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. Nope. But because I want to be more on schedule. I want to put out more content, and I realized something recently. I love making these chapter reviews. I have a lot of fun with them, but I was thinking, I don't know if I have any videos in particular that I'm like super proud of that aren't a chapter review. So I want to focus on right now making a video that I'm gonna put out maybe this month or next month that I'm like super proud of. So I'm starting to plan some like crazier videos. Because I want something to show people and be like, I like this video that I made. I think it's cool. Oh, anniversary. Your birthday's October 1st, and my channel's birthday is July 31st. Oh, very nice. We're birthday brothers. I can see it ending on 250 chapters. I'd be fine with that. I would like that. 250. If we have that much more Chainsaw Man, I'd be more than happy with that. Remember when people thought that there would be 4 parts with the horsemen in each part? That, honestly, okay, I remember when people would say stuff like that, and I thought they were cooking, because I thought that'd be super cool. But I'm fine with 2 parts. 2 parts is fine with me, as long as we get a lot more. And yeah, Tokyo Ghoul, Fujimoto said in like an old interview or something that Sui Ishida and Tokyo Ghoul were a huge inspiration to him when it came to making manga. That's a good way to put it, Carlos. cringing at your old content is a good thing. I agree. All right, let's see. What else do I have? Oh, okay. Wait, okay. This is super cool that I wanted to show you guys. Let's move this over a little bit. So, I don't know if you guys know of the trading card game Weiss Schwarz, but essentially, Weiss Schwarz just released Chainsaw Man trading cards for the Chainsaw Man anime. And these are I was showing you some of the cards. We have like a booster box, a trial deck, and some of the expensive cards on the list. This Power, signed by Firo's Eye, is a $700 card or $650 card. This Denji's pretty expensive as well. But there's some pretty expensive cards in this deck. You can get some pretty good pulls. I have 2 boxes coming. 2 booster boxes. We're going to have a chance to pull this expensive-ass Power, this expensive-ass Denji, this expensive-ass Chainsaw Man, all of these. I'm going to do it on stream, I think. It's either I'm going to do it in a video or on stream, but I have 2 boxes coming that I'm going to do for content to show you guys. And I'm very, very excited about that. So I wanted to pull up some of what we could possibly pull. Even though I originally wanted to go into the set blind, I just think some of these are so cool looking that I just had to see for myself. Do a stream, turn into a video. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Still waiting for that Season 2 announcement. We may be waiting forever. We may be waiting forever. An Into the Spider-Verse style adaptation for Chainsaw Man would go super hard if done right. I agree with that. That'd be fucking sick. Whatever happened to the leak that there's gonna be a Chainsaw Man movie? I don't know. I don't believe shit when it comes to Chainsaw Man leaks. Okay, let me pull up YouTube real quick, because let's watch the DJ Miles video, and then let's talk to our good old buddy, the Future Devil. Here. Okay. I have not seen this DJ Miles video yet. Ooh, I gotta turn off the music too. Okay. Shit. Give me a sec. Alright. Turning it up. Probably around the same level as my own voice. I'm gonna turn up my actual computer volume. Okay, so this is DJ Miles' new video, the best fake Saw Man theory you'll ever watch, I guess. It's a hardcore name. Here. I really hope he doesn't use copyrighted music in this, because the last time I reacted to a video on here, I got my stream copyright claimed. But let's look at his video and talk about it, and see if we agree with this theory or not.
The fake chain.
Once again, I haven't read this yet. Sorry. Jesus Christ, that was super loud too. All right.
The fake Chainsaw Man has been one of the biggest mysteries in Part 2, and the recent chapters add even more ambiguity to the reveal of this imposter and their motives. So let's solve the identity of the fake Chainsaw Man and begin.
Dude, his editing, that's what I was talking about earlier. His editing is fucking pristine. How can, like every time I see his editing, I'm like, God damn it, I want to do that. I think he has an editor, though. And I remember, because I was in one of his live streams, and he talked about how he has an editor. And I was saying, he has an editor that he sends the raw footage to on the day chapters release, and they're able to put out this type of quality in the same day. So whoever edits his videos is fucking nuts. And also hit me up.
By discussing some of the more popular suspects. Nayuta controlling Denji. The first time we see fake Chainsaw Man in chapter 111, it was eliminating Yuko. We can readily dismiss Denji and Nayuta as the culprits, as we clearly observe both of them fast asleep.
I agree technically with this, because, and I think I said it in my review as well, because in this moment you also see a panel of birds flying away, and we know Nayuta be on that bird shit.
While Yuko tragically meets her demise. Despite Nayuta's enjoyment and exerting control over Yoru like a pet, her relationship with Denji does not suggest any malevolent intentions to manipulate him for personal gain. Also, fake Chainsaw Man and Denji are visibly present together in the beginning of chapter 129. Fami
so I guess that does
controlling
rule it out,
Haruka.
yeah.
The various clues scattered throughout part 2 strongly imply that Fami possesses the ability to control or summon the fake Chainsaw Man. Soon after,
Is he gonna talk about how Haruka was cut as fuck? So maybe he was like, he's skinny from not eating, so he was starved? I don't know. He does have a starter in his chest, but that's because he's a super fan.
Fami is revealed to be a member of the Devil Hunters Club, coinciding with Haruka's revelation as Chainsaw Man. The resemblance between Fami's earrings and the ripcord that Haruka allegedly has cosmetically done as an avid Chainsaw
He is a bit of a skinny legend, if you look here. Example A.
Man fan raises suspicions. It is possible that Fami is making Haruka act as the fake Chainsaw Man, doing what she wants. However,
Okay, we're going back. Who the fuck takes the time to edit him on a popsicle stick like this? That's the type of shit, like, I would never even think to do that. That's why, like, I fucking love his editing. Every time I see it, I'm like, God damn it. Like, I want to edit like that. Some people who are After Effects wizards are a foreign people to me.
Possible that Fami is making Haruka act as the fake Chainsaw Man, doing what she wants. However, recent chapters have cast doubt on this notion. In chapter 128, fake Chainsaw Man assists both Asa and Denji in escaping from the Falling Devil. Subsequently, it is revealed that the Falling Devil is actually working for Fami. When Nayata questions Fami's motives for wanting Asa gone, it becomes apparent that Fami's true intention was to starve the War Devil within that unknown devil's stomach, enabling her to manipulate and control Yoru as a pawn in the impending war against the King of Terror. Given Fami's
even though I'm hearing it, and maybe this is just the ADD talking or the ADHD talking, even though I'm hearing it explained in plain detail what is going on in this arc, it still goes straight in one ear and out the other. I don't fucking understand Fami's involvement in this arc. It's so confusing.
desire to deprive Yoru and harness the power of the War Devil, why would she send fake Chainsaw Man to aid Asa and Denji in their escape? This decision appears contradictory. Furthermore, during Asa's confrontation with Haruka regarding his identity as the real Chainsaw Man in the aquarium, Haruka confesses to being a mere fanboy, with the cord on his chest being an actual surgical implant. In their conversation, he even shouts,
I just realized I'm gonna make my face bigger so that it's more transformative content, so I don't get fucked on like copyright grounds. Because that's the tech for reacting to content. Make your face really big so that it looks as transformative as possible.
and cries Chainsaw Man to save him, reinforcing his cowardly behavior. While this starter cord Haruka's wearing eerily matches Fami's earrings, alluding to her controlling him, perhaps even presenting a third potential fake Chainsaw Man to the story, I don't think this fake Chainsaw Man is affiliated with Fami whatsoever. The Copycat Devil.
Okay.
When discussing the possibility of a fake chainsaw,
I've seen like people in comments bring up the idea that Power or the Blood Devil is fake Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, Chiefs, $150 with you, Chiefs. I don't fucking see it in any way, shape, or form. I just don't see it. Ah, Pablo! ¿Qué pasó, wey? Qué lindo. Good to see you. Oh my god. How are you doing, man? Pablo is, even though he's even though he's not necessarily a Chainsaw Man fan to my knowledge, he's a very, very dear friend of mine from college. And when we were in our first semester, I have to tell this story. DJ Miles could take a backseat. In our first semester in college, we were both in the same ear training class, and we had an assignment, or it was an extra credit assignment, where we had to solfege a song together. We got to choose any song, and we have to solfege out the melody and perform it in front of the entire class. So we did a solfeged version of the original Attack on Titan opening theme, because only season 1 was the only season of Attack on Titan out at that point, because it was spring of 2017. Season 2 was just about to come out. But I just remember us being in front of the entire class and going sol, so, do, re, sol, mi, fa, me, fa. And we were just going through the solfege version of the original Attack on Titan theme. Yoru says, konnichiwa, genki desu ka? Genki desu. Yoru mo genki desu ka? Pablo, I would be more than happy to collaborate on solfege versions of anime openings. Okay, I'm gonna text you after this stream, BT dubs, just so we can figure this out. I got hit by the sidetrack devil, but that's because I just had a reunion with a very, very dear friend of mine. So we'll get back into the DJ Miles video, and then Pablo, I'm gonna text you, brother. Mi amor, te amo way.
Chainsaw Man, it is helpful to understand the definitions of a copycat and doppelganger. A doppelganger refers to a mysterious duplicate of a living being, or in this context, a devil. On the other hand, a copycat is someone who mimics or replicates the actions and traits of another. Although these two options may initially suggest the identity of the fake Chainsaw Man, it is essential to remember that a devil's power often stems from the fear associated with the very concept or idea itself. The immense power of the Gun Devil stems from the deep...
That's such a hardcore fucking zoom in. Seeing all of the agonizing faces, I'm assuming of the deceased victims of the Gun Devil.
...seated fear that people have towards firearms. Personally, the idea or concept of a doppelganger or copycat devil would sound just as terrifying as a tomato devil or muscle devil. Remember, fake Chainsaw Man managed to dismantle the falling devil, which represents a primal fear and is considered one of the most formidable devils in existence. Additionally,
I feel like in this specific, I'm sorry I'm pausing it so much, in this specific thing he's talking about, I feel like whenever imposter Chainsaw Man being able to carve up the falling devil could be once again boiled down to soft world building versus hard, or soft power scaling versus hard power scaling, like Zizu and I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah, imagine how long it took to draw the Gun Devil there. Gun Devil scared people so hard they went bald.
there's no substantial evidence indicating that fake Chainsaw Man is specifically a copycat devil apart from its name. So though I won't rule it out, I'm gonna say it's unlikely. The Chainsaw Man devil. To clarify, we are not talking about Denji as Chainsaw Man.
I thought that was a hardcore idea. I like that theory. The Chainsaw Man devil. That was hard
Instead,
as fuck.
I am
like representing the fear of people who fear Chainsaw Man himself. I thought that was hardcore.
Alluding to the concept of a Chainsaw Man devil materializing due to the reputation Denji has earned as Chainsaw Man.
Is that Danny DeVito?
Man devil.
Wait, is that fucking Danny DeVito right there? Sorry, I keep pausing it, but kind of looks like Danny DeVito.
Materializing due to the reputation
Fujimoto's an Always Sunny fan.
Denji has earned as Chainsaw Man. In part 2, we observe that while many individuals in society perceive Chainsaw Man as a hero, others hold mixed opinions ranging from dislike to fear. Given Denji's reputation, there's a strong possibility that a Chainsaw Man devil could have materialized due to the fear associated with him. Yet, similar to the copycat devil, there's a lack of substantial evidence to suggest that the fake Chainsaw Man is specifically a Chainsaw Man devil, aside from its name. Maybe, but unlikely. Power. Yes, you heard that right. Remember back in Chainsaw Man Part 1 when Makima blasted...
I will eat my shoes if there's anything he says in this video that convinces me that fake Saw Man is power. I will eat my shoes.
To Denji out of the atmosphere and into space, Chainsaw Man rips out his own heart and flings it towards the ground. This would later be the secret towards defeating Makima when Denji revealed that he had a vague memory of being able to fight like Pochita just had at that time. When Makima was battling Chainsaw Man, this Chainsaw Man was Pochita. He tore off his heart with the blood Power had given Denji from their contract, which we'll discuss shortly. When Denji slices Makima with this chainsaw, it was also infused with Power's blood, making it run amok inside her. Essentially, Power's ability to freely manipulate blood in her body to form weapons or within others is incredibly powerful. In chapter 90, when Makima took down Chainsaw Man with
if this is the big reveal, that the crazy theory is that Power is technically fake Chainsaw Man, I have a way to dispute it. So I'm going to keep it in my back pocket, but I have a way to dispute this theory if this is where he's going with it.
Angel's spear, Power is shown sleeping on a mess of blood and guts within Denji. Pochita reveals that she wasn't truly dead and she was currently the blood that Denji had drank from her before, way back in the Gun Devil arc. Despite Makima blasting Power to smithereens, because a part of her was inside Denji, she was never truly gone. It's important
A part of her was inside Denji.
to emphasize that Power's existence persisted prior to the contract she forged with Denji. Now, let's skip ahead to the moment when she enters into a contract with Denji, when she offers her blood as a trade-off for Denji's assistance in locating the newly resurrected Blood Devil. But what if I told you Power never vanquished in the final battle against Makima? We know Power's blood was created within this chainsaw Denji/Makima.
I think this is an incredibly cool theory. And if he is going in the direction of this fake Chainsaw Man is like Power's consciousness in like a Chainsaw Man's body, I find that incredibly unlikely because just of the way, because just looking at the Japanese version of the manga, when Fake Saw Man talks, Fake Saw Man speaks incredibly politely and like using complete keigo and polite form, mas forms of words, verbs, adjective, or like not adjective, of verbs and whatnot. Very, very polar opposite to how Power speaks. Power speaks in a way, she almost kind of sounds like she's a crotchety old man when she speaks Japanese. So it just, that part in my head just says no to that specific theory. But I do think he's bringing up some cool things. So I'm not gonna be the wet blanket here. I'm gonna let him explain, and maybe he has a way to counter argue against what I brought up just now about how they speak in Japanese. But I don't know. That's just, it's gonna be a no from me, dog.
And she was also the blood infused within Pochita as Chainsaw Man battling Makima. Admittedly, while Denji does reveal that he used up all of Power's blood in this final confrontation, Denji also didn't know a part of Power was inside him the entire time with Pochita after he was struck with Angel's Spear. So linking Fake Chainsaw Man into all of this, what if Public Safety detained this Chainsaw Man after the battle with Makima, revived it fully by letting it consume blood, an ability every devil has, and because Power's blood is within this Chainsaw Man, it became its own entity, meaning she truly never died to revive back in hell to reincarnate herself back in Earth as a new reborn again blood devil.
If that were the case, why would she kill Yuko? I don't know. And maybe a way that my previous skepticism could be either written off or counter-argued against is maybe it's not like... Maybe it's not Power controlling a Chainsaw Man's body. It's a fusion of maybe Pochita and Power. I don't know, though. It's still... I'm so skeptical.
And is currently helping Chainsaw Man in Part 2. Some may question why Public Safety would take this body back to Devil Hunter HQ, but I would argue why not. We know that Public Safety keeps some of the most powerful devils stored in a secret facility locked away, so why not take the deceased body of this Chainsaw Man to learn or experiment on it? Public Safety aren't strangers to infusing deceased devil hunters as fiends to carry out their jobs after all. Additionally, a narrative plot thread Fujimoto needs to address in Part 2 is Denji finding Power again. Many have thought this parasitic devil was going to consume Denji and Asa, which would have landed them in hell, and perhaps along the way they would encounter the reborn again blood devil to bring them back to Earth. However, that's not how it played out. And now that we're 30 chapters into Part 2, when will there be another opportunity for Denji to track down Power? Unless Fujimoto accomplishes a double objective by revealing that Power was the fake Chainsaw Man all along, assisting him.
I don't know. I just feel there's a lot of speculation because this is a speculative video. It's a theory video. Like, obviously it's one of those things where it's for fun, you know, and I am having a lot of fun with it. I don't see it. Like, I don't know. I said I was gonna stop being a wet blanket.
Him in his plans. Yet, there remains one questionable aspect. It pertains to Chainsaw Man's conversation with Denji in chapter 128. Considering both Denji and Power's unique way of speaking, which can be described as rather simplistic.
Okay, thank God he okay, good. He's addressing my concerns. I knew TJ Miles wouldn't leave me hanging like that.
The knowledge of defeating the falling devil along with the specific language used in that interaction seems beyond what Power disguised as the fake Chainsaw Man would typically possess. Nevertheless, most other evidence pointing towards being fake Chainsaw Man appears highly plausible. Segi Okoku and the Justice Devil.
Okay, so that wasn't like the end all be all of the video. It was just he was bringing up some decent points. Okay. Good morning, Chainsaw Man fan. Also, Jay Enlow, I didn't say hey when you came in, but hello.
Let's lay out everything on the table that we do know about Fake Chainsaw Man. Fake Chainsaw Man first appeared at the end of chapter 111, eliminating Yuko after her battle with Yoru, Nasa, and Chainsaw Man. Fake Chainsaw Man has also gathered intel about the Falling Devil and has...
Segi Yakoku has reason to want to track down Yuko as well to kill her, because, you know, she killed his friends.
aided in Asa's and Denji's escape, and Fake Chainsaw Man speaks in a formal, polite, and calm manner. Now, how do all these point to Segi and the Justice Devil? First,
I will say Segi does not speak like that. In the original, I did a video where I think it was like, I think I know who Fake Saw Man is, and I went back and looked at Segi's manner of speech, and they do not speak the same. In English, sure, maybe it looks like he speaks somewhat formally, but in Japanese, he speaks purely in casual talk, only refers to himself in almost a haughty manner with like ore. Kobeni speaks exactly like, I think, at least. Kobeni, I do believe, speaks like Fake Saw Man, so it could be Kobeni, for all we know. But I will say their manner of speech is different. I always feel like such an asshole when I watch these videos and I try to tear them apart as much as I can. It's a fantastic video. DJ Miles really goes in depth and is really putting forward a lot to talk about here. So I will stop, I swear.
We need to examine why Fake Chainsaw Man eliminated Yuko in the first place. In the aftermath of Yuko's confrontation with the War Devil at her high school, numerous students can be observed engaged in conversations, specifically highlighting the transformation of Yuko into a devil. One of the students point out how devils can easily deceive mentally weak individuals. When Yuko discloses the truth to Asa regarding her contract with the Justice Devil, it becomes apparent that her intention was not to save Asa from bullies, but rather to be idolized like Chainsaw Man and selfishly establish a friendship with Asa to avoid being friendless any longer.
As a result, fuck me up when I think about them. I think actually those are some of the best chapters of part 2 so far. Is the even though you're not supposed to fucking humanize terrible people who do terrible things, or we're not supposed to put them on a pedestal or anything. But I do, those chapters were really good, and it gave a good view into the mind of this sad, almost pathetic person that is Yuko.
Of her actions, Yuko experiences the consequences and gradually succumbs to mental instability. Even confessing to Asa in her new fiend form poses a risk, as she may potentially try to harm or consume her. At one point, she loses control over herself and ends up choking Asa, further illustrating her increasing detachment and surrender to her devilish urges. During their farewell, Yuko cautions Asa against making a contract with the Justice Devil and reveals that the Justice Devil is present within their school. It is crucial to note—
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that? Are we gonna go back to that at some point with Chainsaw Man, with the Justice Devil? Is like, we do definitely have to hit that plot point again.
That this marks the second appearance of the Justice Devil, with the first being as the class president and the second being through Yuko. In both instances, the Justice Devil targets individuals who seek their own interpretation of justice. Based on the accumulated information, there's a strong suggestion that the person masquerading as the Fake Chainsaw Man has formed a contract with the Justice Devil and is driven by their personal pursuit of justice. It is likely that they have assumed the identity of Chainsaw Man to further their agenda. Segi is an active member of the Devil Hunter Club, an organization dedicated to hunting down and eliminating devils. In the universe of Chainsaw Man, where devil-related incidents account for 7 out of 10 deaths, joining the club suggests Segi possesses
a nuts number. Wait, who can do math here? 7 out of 20 is, okay, just times, so what's 7 times 5? I'm so fucking dumb. 35. 35% of Japanese people die from devils. That's a huge fucking number. Also, I like how Jay Enlow put it with when we were talking about Yuko. Emphasize, but not idolize. Yeah. Class press Fake Saw Man. That would be the twist we really needed. Yeah, because, wait. If Yuko could survive being slashed up by Chainsaw Man with the help of the Justice Devil, surely the class president could survive being exploded. You might be onto something, King.
A strong sense of justice or a burning ambition to eradicate devils. Furthermore, like Haruka, it is highly probable that he is an avid fan of Chainsaw Man, considering the widespread admiration and recognition of Chainsaw Man as a heroic figure in society. Segi may have formed a contract with the Justice Devil, enlisting its assistance in his mission to eradicate devils. This wouldn't be surprising, since we know devil hunters in public safety establish contracts with devils to combat and vanquish other devils. Additionally, Segi was the first Devil Hunter Club member to arrive during Yoru's and Asa's battle in school, and he was brave enough to confront Yuko without any assistance. What's intriguing about Segi is his preference for brass knuckles, which could be interpreted as a subtle allusion.
Would his eye have healed? That's a good question. I don't know.
To his desire to emulate the experience of wearing chainsaws without actually transforming into fake Chainsaw Man. Yuko has explicitly mentioned that upon forming a contract with the Justice Devil, individuals can experience a transformation where their sense of justice becomes a source of power and grants them the ability to read minds. If Yuko's unwavering commitment to justice led to the emergence of this devil, it is reasonable to speculate that Segi's profound sense of justice and deep admiration for Chainsaw Man might have triggered the metamorphosis of the fake Chainsaw Man. Furthermore, the revelation that fake Chainsaw Man shared crucial information about the Falling Devil with Asa and Denji gains plausibility if we consider the possibility that Segi had accessed the knowledge through his contract with the Justice Devil, enabling him to read the mind of the Falling Devil similar to how Yuko possessed the ability to do so.
The color panels, I don't know if all of these are done by them, but I really like Reef, Reef Color on Twitter. Reef did the coloring on the picture of Naita I used in the thumbnail. I think he probably actually has credit to where he got the images from in the description. Let me take a look. Chainsaw Man colored art. So it looks like he uses Crane. Crane's good. Yeah, Reef. I like Reef a lot. Probably some things in here. I highly recommend checking out the video too. I'm gonna give it a big old like. I highly recommend checking out the video yourselves as well if you want to take a look at the artwork used in it. Yeah, I like some of these.
So, Segi checks all the boxes we know about Fake Chainsaw Man. The revelation that Fake Chainsaw Man is a member of the Devil Hunter Club aligns with Segi's own membership in the club. If the Justice Devil continues to linger within Asa's high school, similar to Yuko and the class president, it is plausible that Segi has also entered into a contract with this devil. Segi's survival in his confrontation with Yuko, the devil responsible for wreaking havoc in the school, adds to the logic behind eliminating her. Plus, Segi's tall and robust physique matches the appearance of Fake Chainsaw Man. The enigma surrounding the Fake Chainsaw Man has been unraveled, unveiling Segi as the one assuming the role with the aid of the...
Okay, I wouldn't say I wouldn't go absolutely he's the guy, but I could see it, you know?
Justice Devil, granting him the ability to undergo transformative change into the infamous persona. But hey, that's just a theory, a game!
Okay, that was a good meme. Good meme at the end. Solid meme. Okay. Well, what do you guys think of that? I mean, I thought it was a very, very cool and fun video. I know I was a bit of a fucking douchebag through half of it, being like, oh, no. Actually, if you look back at chapter 124 in Japanese, you can see that they don't actually sound the same when they talk. I sound like such a douche. But, that was a great video. DJ Miles, even though, like I said, I don't agree with everything he says, but I really like his content, and I think whoever edits for him is fucking nuts. Actually, I had an interaction with him once where I made a thumbnail for a video, a few months ago now, where it was an uncharacteristically good thumbnail for one made by me, and one of my friends on Twitter was like, "Wow, the thumbnail's looking really good. What happened?" And I said that I spent 30 minutes with DJ Miles' channel pulled up looking at his thumbnails, and I kept tweaking my thumbnail until it looked good enough to be compared to his thumbnails, and I thought, okay, it's good. And I said that in a tweet, and he actually responded to it saying that he doesn't, or someone makes them for him. So whoever he works with is fucking nuts. But he himself, I really like how he presents information. I think he's a really charismatic and funny guy. So I'm a bit of a DJ Miles head. So that's enough dick sucking from me. But what do you guys think of the video? The eye not becoming healthy after becoming fake Sawman just throws me off. Are you asking which video? Is the one where I tweaked my thumbnail until I thought it looked good enough to be amongst his thumbnails. That was the video. I think that was, I think I know who Fake Chainsaw Man is. That chapter review video. I believe. If I remember correctly. What if Justice Devil has no prime form? It is a parasite. It's a parasite and changes host after its death. Class president, Yuko, and then Segi. That's an interesting theory. That's pretty cool. But then another thing, why wouldn't his eye heal, you know? before Fake Sawman is just a brand new character we haven't met yet. That, honestly, there's so much, like, countering information about Fake Sawman that at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if that's, like, what we end up with. Je feel? Yeah. All right. Well, we watched the video. I have one more big thing I wanted to do with you guys today, and that is, we have to ask the Future Devil the question of the day. Wait, let me just fix this shit real quick. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah. So, if you don't know what this is, it's a new thing we're going to be doing every week. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Just trying to fix it. If you don't know what this is a new little mini series we're going to be doing. Every week there's a new chapter of Chainsaw Man. We're in the pre-release live streams we do where we have the discussions about what we think is going to happen, the next chapter of Chainsaw Man the following day. At the end of each stream, we're going to get into the AI chat with the Future Devil, and we're going to ask the Future Devil what he thinks is going to happen in the following chapter of Chainsaw Man that comes out the next day. So last week I asked, "Oh, great and powerful Future Devil, what is going to happen in Chainsaw Man chapter 131? And the Future Devil responded, "The Future Devil grins widely. I'm so glad you asked. You want to know what happens in Chainsaw Man chapter 131? Here's a hint. Aki's going to be a dad." And I loved that. It didn't necessarily happen, but here's what I'm going to do. We're going to use the same style of speech. So, "Oh, great and powerful Future Devil, what is going to happen in Chainsaw Man chapter 132 is what we're going to say. All right. Ask away. And let's see what he says. Meat Eye Psycho. Yeah, can we get a Meat Eye Psycho from everyone in chat right now? Meat Eye Psycho. Maybe we could start with that. But, nah, we're just going to ask him. Okay, I like where he's going with this already. The Future Devil smiles. "Well, you know that Reze, the bomb devil? You're going to get a flashback chapter with her. It's actually quite touching." Everybody, Meat Eye Psycho. Meat Eye Psycho. Thank you, Future Devil. We're going to send him a Meat Eye Psycho. I wonder if he will understand what that means. He says, "Hey, you know it, Meat Eye Psycho." I like your cut, G. Thank you, thank you. If Denji gets a trauma flashback. If we actually get a chapter with a Reze flashback tomorrow, I will buy a fresh pair of Crocs, boil them, and eat them. And I will do it on stream. If that happens. Maybe I should do that if any if any of these Future Devil predictions come true in any chapters of Chainsaw Man that we try to have it predict, if any of them come true in the slightest, I'll buy a new pair of Crocs, boil them, and eat them on stream. Yeah, Jake cooking stream. Cooking up some Crocs. All right, you heard it here first, folks. In tomorrow's chapter of Chainsaw Man, we're going to get a flashback with Reze, and it's going to be quite touching. Do you guys believe that's going to happen? I don't know. I'm not convinced. Yeah, get ready for the Crocs eating stream. Alrighty. That's about it for today, I think. I think that was a fun stream. Got about 2 hours in. Had a great time with you guys like always. And you know, we're going to have a fun little video tomorrow. A fun little chapter review. I know I said, I've been saying forever now that I want to start pushing my numbers for, it's more likely than what we said last week. I know I keep saying every week that I want to start pushing the number of how much I'm streaming again. More streams per week. I do believe I'm forcing myself. I have it in my schedule Thursday night. I want to do that, taking a shot or drinking every time I get a Japanese flashcard wrong. So it's going to be like, can I learn Japanese while drunk? I think we're going to do that on Thursday. I'm going to force myself to do it, and if you guys could hold me to that, that'd be amazing. Thursday night, we're going to do another stream. But for now, we have our video tomorrow. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And I hope you guys will tune in tomorrow's video. See you guys. Night, night.